going on, Jeromes? Beautiful day for some Q&A. Let's fire it up. Thank you, everyone who's made questions. I need to wear the sweatshirt more. Like this one, it's one of those weird ones that zip up to here. Like, why do you need this? I don't know. But I like the material. It breathes and it's nice. Anyways, first up, Primo. One position on defense, not corner, that we need a little more depth. Same with offense, not wide receiver. So, defensively, I would have liked to see the Vikings bring in some more competition at true nose tackle, but they do believe in Taki Taimani in year 2, the UDFA who made the Rooster, formerly of Oregon and Washington. Harrison Phillips, I mean, they're going to ride this thing out. I still think that Harrison Phillips will be better at 5-tech, but so it is what it is, right? So that's... I know people talk about corner. I know people talk about safety. I guess safety depth-wise, like Kerryon Jaredson is there. Michelle Powell is also there. Nice ball hawk from Miami. So maybe there. Offensively, I'll actually say center because I believe in Michael Juergens, but there isn't really much beyond that. I mean, Zeke Coral, the undersized UDFA from NC State, which... do we always have to have an undersized NC State center on this team? I don't know. Then you do have Rashawn Lee in that mix as well. So, maybe that's sutured up. But I feel like we're definitely picking nits here. When we're definitely nitpicking when it comes down to, like, where do we need more depth in the trenches, even though we have a embarrassment of riches there already. Next, Skull Cyclones. No. Well, they give us Halliburton. There you go. Why do you think the Vikings are always disrespected in the media? Anytime we have a good season, they say it's a fluke. When we have a loaded rooster this year, coming off 14-win season, we're only ranked in the middle of the league. Idiotic. So, I feel like we've talked about this before, where I feel like the hatred against the Vikings, it's very deep-seated in the history of the game, right? So, the Vikings... Johnny come lately, basically an expansion team. Well, not basically. They were an expansion team in 1961, and it was before the merger too. And 0-4 in Super Bowl, including the last one of the NFL versus the AFL before the merger to the Chiefs. So you have that. And for years, I mean, it was very easy to punch down on the Vikings. Oh, who are the losers? Oh, Vikings. I mean, this is before the Bills went 0-4 in 4 straight Super Bowls, but that's where it started. Also, Minnesota being considered flyover country. We're a bunch of rubes, don't you know? All right, so that plays into it too. And basically, the old recipe used to be that if you're a sports writer, like you could get points just punching down on the Vikings 0-4, punching down on flyover country, Minnesota nice, all that stuff. And I feel like that's just carried on. All right, so it's sort of been passed down through generations of sports writers. Hey, you want to earn some cheap points, just hate on the Vikings no matter what. That's kind of what's going on. But I kind of like flying under the radar, being like a stealth bomber here, where 14 wins last year with frickin' Sam Darnold. Yeah. And the Vikings improved both trenches. Yeesh. And the Roosters revved up, ready to go. They have a quarterback of the future in place. Let's go. Let's go play games. Next, Kraft single. Do you think Theo Jackson will be able to fill the Cameron Bynum-shaped hole in our secondary? Am I hot? So, secondary, yes. I think Theo Jackson will be a nice one-for-one replacement for Cameron Bynum, who did have a career year. A nice little ball hawk and safety, former cornerback out of Cal, 4th-round pick. And Theo Jackson, Theo Jackson's just a playmaker. Whenever he's in on defense, sparingly, whenever he made a play in training camp, he was good to go, right? But the hole in the heart, Theo's likable, but I don't think he's Beezy likable. You know what I mean? Like the turnover sellies, all that stuff. It's a movie. I don't know. Theo Jackson might be more of a film noir. The Criteria collection from Hulu versus it's a movie. Like Cameron Bynum is like a new Transformers movie. Just Hollywood popcorn, baby. That's right. But I think on the field, like Theo Jackson will be revved up, ready to go. We'll be fine. Next, Brian Jorgensen, OG Jerome. Looking at the Vikings schedule, I think Baltimore is going to be the toughest opponent they face. What advantages do you think the Vikings will have over the other purple team that will help us win that game? So, schedule-wise, as we point out, Like the Vikings do have some tough games on the schedule, but they play a lot of them at home or neutral site. So Steelers, Browns, neutral site. Falcons, Bengals, Eagles, Ravens, Commies, neutral site, right? And the division is division, right? But that Ravens game, November 9th, that Ravens game, coming off the Lions game, that's going to be good to go. But I think the equalizer is going to be Brian Flores, even though Andrew Van Ginkel seen here sacking Lamar Jackson. So 2021 is a standalone game. I forget if it was a Sunday night game or a Thursday night game. It must have been a Thursday night game. Might have been a Monday night game. It doesn't matter. It was a standalone game, and I remember like the Ravens were the Dolphins were terrible, and the Ravens were like 13.5-point favorites, but they went down to South Beach, and Flores zero blitzed them all night long. All night long. I think he faced a zero blitz about 90% of his dropbacks. And Lamar was neutralized. He had 4 sacks, had about 19 or 20 pressures, and also his running was limited as well. Now, part of it was the rain and all that stuff, but, I mean, the Dolphins, they whooped the Ravens. That's when Lamar was freaking Lamar, right? MVP adjacent type stuff. So I think that's where it's going to start and end with the Ravens. But just a good defensive performance, and that Ravens defense is always going to be solid. But I feel like that they'll be able to do enough at home to be able to get it done, because shutting down Henry, shutting down Lamar is going to be 1A and 1A. That's what's going to be. But given Flores' experience in New England against Lamar, then Miami against Lamar, and then that 1 year with the Steelers in the same division as Lamar, I think that's going to be huge. That absolutely is going to be huge. Lastly, Lewis Barker, overrated and underrated teams going into the season. So I got a list. I got La Lista. Overrated, Bengals, yes. The Bills, even though I think the Bills are going to be good. Like, the Bills to me are the wire. Like, things can be really, really good and overrated at the same time. Like, Nashville falls in that category too. Or Nashville, the city, not the Titans. But the Bears, always overrated. The Cowboys, always overrated. The Lions, Super Bowl window, closed. At stupid Broncos and stupid ass Sean Payton. You know. Steelers, obviously, they're the topic du jour today. Oh, they traded for... they signed old-ass Aaron Rodgers, and then they traded for Jalen Ramsey. Wow. And Jonnu Smith. Wow. Cowboys are so overrated. I listed them twice. And then, of course, the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. Underrated. I think the Raiders are going to be good this year, man. And now I'm going to have to eat a little bit of poop when they go 4-13, but I don't care. I mean, Pete, Ashton Genty, Gino, I've always got love for. Come on, man. Patriots with variable in power. I think the defense is going to be really damn good. And I think Drake May and Trevin Henderson will be a little something. Maybe Diggs will be there. Who knows? Carolina, I think that they win the South. I think it's going to be neck and neck with the Buccaneers all season long. The Giants, that pass rush is legit. Big props and shutouts to our guy, Andre Patterson. But defensively, they get things together. And now, Washington's got some issues, and I know that Debo is not going to solve all of them, but even though like they were the cat's ass last year with Jaden Daniels, I still think they're a little underrated, right? And in the division with the Eagles, they will be overshadowed, but the Buccaneers will always be good. I think Baker's massively underrated and overlooked. Tennessee, I don't know. I just believe in Cam Ward. Like, that offensive line has some pieces. Defensively, that might be okay, but I feel like this is one of those Cam Ward just puts everyone on his shoulders and carries them to relevance. Like, Cam Ward's going to be the Titans' Phillip Rivers for a lot of years. Who knows? Indianapolis, outside of quarterback, they're really good. There you go. And then the Chargers, I mean, I just like the style of play that Harbaugh has instituted. The defense is going to be legit. Omari and Hampton, let's go. Yeah, nothing about the Najee Harris draft pick, but that's it. Q&A for this beautiful, wonderful day. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.